So today I tried being more patient to wait for the setup that I pointed out yesterday, or the strategy. And basically what it is having the MACD along with these Keltner channels. It's in this book that I'm reading. And whenever, if it works best, I think, if we're trending up or trending down. Today we kind of are just in this range, but it still worked out where when this line is well above the average or well below, on the pullback you look to buy or short to go the opposite direction. So when we made this huge move down towards the edge of the channel, which the MACD line is well below the average, as it's coming up, you look for opportunities to then short, which you could have shorted up here and then got this move down. And then immediately after, on that move up, we had the MACD line well above the average. So we wait for the opportunity to come down and then buy at the bottom and grab this move and just keep riding that MACD wave. That's what I was looking at yesterday, and I didn't wait for that setup, and it did play out. Could have grabbed like 30-40 points off of the exact levels that I was talking about. I didn't have the patience to wait for it. Today I was able to grab two of these moves. One of them I didn't have the patience to wait long enough, so I took a small profit. The other one I did get a pretty good profit on it. I didn't get the whole move, but we're just scalping parts of these moves. I also had two throwaway trades. They weren't trades. I am working on my patience, and I just jumped into them, and they were dumb and stupid, and I understand. You don't have to tell me. I already know. But I think the last 2 days I'm proving to myself, if I wait for these setups, I can get the moves that I want. So hopefully going into next week, we do better. I still ended green yesterday, so that's a win in my book. I just need to constantly be thinking about waiting and just being patient. Didn't follow my rule of only one trade a day. Just mentally talked myself out of it because my first trade was like, I don't know. I kind of recognized it wasn't a good trade when I got in. I was trying to short this move in the middle of it and then realized that was a dumb idea because it's like clearly just like forming that V pattern, so it's just gonna keep ripping. Yeah, so that was dumb. Then the second one, I got out too early, so talked myself into trying a couple more to dial this in, which is good. Through this evaluation account, I should be trying to dial in this strategy, or dial in a more solid strategy for when we move to a live funded account. But that's it. Sorry for the long intro. Enjoy the trades. I already know 2 of them were bad. I know. The other 2 were good. One of them I just didn't hold on long enough. The other one, I think I did hold on long enough. I could have held on even longer, but you're always either leaving money on the table, getting out too early, or you're getting out too late. So what can you do? Enjoy the video. See you guys next week. So we have this like downward trend. Broke past these levels are like 20 down to 980. Coming back up and testing them. If we can, and we get closer to 30, look to go short. For the last couple days, it's kind of crazy how we pump up and plunge. Pump up, plunge, pump up, plunge. Maybe we'll pump up again. We've been doing that in the morning sessions, I believe. So today we had a PMI, which forced us down. I'm gonna take a stab short there. It's at 24. Isn't looking too good. Just gonna retrace that whole entire movement. Shorting up here. We're at the height of the Keltner channel. We had this low right here on the MACD. So we are primed for a reversal. No, it's kind of dangerous after a move like that, but anytime, or the last 2 days, I keep seeing that happen and it seems to be playing out, so I want to try to give this time because the last few times I've seen it happen, seems like we can get quite a few points out of it. I mean, we almost just hit 20 points right there. Probably at the very least move this to break even since we moved 20 points in our direction. I also want to add to this, but I'm not going to. Because I know some of you said that's not a good idea. If I would have used this strategy in the beginning, seeing this high on the MACD and then the rotation down, could have bought down here around like 800. We would have had to withstand like 18 points of drawdown. I don't know if we would have, but gonna grab that move. Secure some of this. We took 2, which got us down to minus 50 on the day, and then we're just leaving one open. Let me just exit out of this. We're still working on patience, but I can't. It's not exactly what I was wanting to happen. I was thinking we would get the move back down, which very well could be happening, but kind of consolidating right now. I just kind of got lucky by shorting the top of that wick. And here comes a move that we were thinking about. Same candle we got out at. Kind of thinking about buying down here now though. I'm just going for it. I know. Save your comments, I know. I'm gonna wait. So we have like a little high on the MACD. So I'm waiting for this downward move that we could have held on to those first three this whole frickin' time. Instead, we got out early and then made a bad mistake. But waiting for it to come down more, possibly around 300, and looking for a for the move back up. Could happen, and it might not. Could be a little early, but I'm gonna go ahead and get in. But we'll probably hang down around here for a little while. I think we need to be prepared to hold on down into 90s, 80s. These are just down here. So the whole account doesn't get blown if something happens. My exit plan for this is between 50 and 60. Just move our stops up. Let's go ahead and put one at 40, one at the entry for the other 3 contracts. I'm gonna just take that. Once I get it in my head, I'll move stops, then I'm like, I don't want those to come down and get hit when I can see that we can make 240 off of that trade. So I think I'm gonna keep trying to be patient and wait for that setup. Had we not effed around back here with these stupid trades that I know we're not that good. I'm still trying to dial in my patience and dial in looking for this setup, but I think it's gonna work out. Probably could have held on to this because ES is bound for a move up as well, which is gonna pull a NASDAQ or vice versa. But yeah, this is going right back up into the 50s, 60s. Potentially breaking this high back here if we had more time to wait, which would have been a massive move. Probably could have passed this account and just holding on to this trade. Yeah, that first set was 200. The second set was 50. Unfortunately, I had some dumb trades that were hardly trades. So, but to end the day with 150, not bad. It's kind of like roughly a rough goal for this account anyways. The fact that we did that with 2 losing trades is pretty good. Would have been nice if I would have just waited for this setup, or this first one held on a little longer. But with that first red trade, I got spooked out of this one. But obviously we could have held on to this longer and then got in for the reversal. That would have been a massive day. And look at this, we're doing exactly what I said. I think I like this strategy so far. Yesterday I pointed out a move that did end up happening. I just didn't wait. I didn't wait for it. But at the beginning of yesterday's video, was it? Oh yeah, here's yesterday's morning session. I pointed out buying in the 90s when we were around here. I said, well, if it comes down, we could buy in the 90s and get out up in the 30s. And we came up and then went. If I would have waited until 11 a.m., could have got in. I probably would have bought in, I don't know, say 95. And then basically been immediately in profit. I probably would have just got out up in the 20s, but my original theory of getting out in the 30s would have worked, and it went up all the way to 50 before it started coming back down. So I have to be patient and wait for this setup. Look at this. It's another like $250, $300 right there. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're working on. I like it so far. Sorry about the bad trades, but these two were A+. You guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.